Hey everyone, and welcome to today's Explainer. I am genuinely so excited you're here because, well, we are about to unpack a seriously fascinating piece of esoteric source material. We're looking at this cosmic blueprint for what the text calls a post-labor new Earth. I mean, just imagine a reality where the daily 9-to-5 grind is literally obsolete, and human culture has undergone this massive dimensional upgrade. It's a deeply thought-provoking narrative, and we're going to break it down impartially step by step. So get comfortable and let's explore this absolutely incredible vision of our future together.
So what happens when survival labor actually ends? That is the foundational, mind-bending premise of the source material we're examining today. According to the text, in the post-2035 Ascension world, the whole concept of labor for survival, working a job just to pay for your basic needs, it completely disappears. No way, right? Humanity is just no longer bound by the clock or the paycheck. Instead, the core of our entire existence shifts. We pivot completely away from mere survival, and we move right into a culture defined by arts, music, and just profound harmony. The source suggests that when we don't have to constantly struggle to live, we finally, truly begin to create.
Okay, let's dive right into this. Section 1. Meet Director Theon and the Andromeda Renaissance. To actually usher in this massive societal shift, the source introduces us to this absolutely fascinating figure, operating behind the scenes. He's known as one of the 108 commanders. Meet Director Theon. You can kind of think of him like a visionary tech leader, maybe the ultimate creative director, but, on a completely cosmic scale. Theon is described as a grand cultural director hailing all the way from Andromeda. And his specific job description? Well, he revives aesthetics, overhauls education, and lays down entirely new artistic foundations during the dimensional shifts of various star systems. Essentially, when a planet like Earth is going through a massive evolutionary upgrade, Theon is the expert they call in. He makes sure the culture evolves right alongside it, ensuring that beauty and art are literally at the forefront of the new civilization.
Now, what's really interesting here is the specific skill set Theon brings to the table. The text highlights his very unique artistic masteries. He isn't just some cosmic administrator, right? He is a master of unlocking the soul's expression. And how exactly does he do this? By expertly utilizing sound and color. The source frames him as a specialized guide for star system transitions, using vibrational frequencies and visual aesthetics to literally elevate consciousness. It's a highly specialized, almost symphonic approach to guiding a planetary population out of a survival mindset and straight into an era of pure creation.
Let's move on and see how this all builds. Section 2, Awakening Ground Leaders and the Current Mission.
I think we can all definitely relate to this next contrast. Theon's current mission involves supporting what the text calls ground leaders, who are tasked with maintaining their inner creative brilliance. But of course, there's a catch. They have to do this while navigating daily 3D stresses. You know exactly what I mean, that mundane friction we all deal with, sitting in bumper-to-bumper traffic, stressing over utility bills, or, dealing with a broken washing machine. The source highlights this highly relatable, almost humorous tension between our grand, cosmic, creative potential and the grounding, gritty reality of everyday life. Theon's team is actively working to ensure that your spark of inspiration doesn't get completely extinguished by the daily grind.
So the absolutely crucial point here is how this support is actually delivered to us right now. You might expect a grand cosmic director to communicate through, like, burning bushes or writing in the sky, but the source presents a surprisingly modern method. It explains that everyday digital content, specifically broadcasts on YouTube and written articles on blogs, are actually vehicles for grounding Theon's guidance. The text refers to these as Renaissance packets, literally valuable downloads of information and inspiration hidden right within the media we consume every single day. It's such a fascinating way to look at content creators out there. I mean, some might just be channeling the Andromeda Renaissance straight into your feed.
And this brings us to the real climax of the narrative, Section 3, the 2035 Cultural Blueprint. And this brilliantly illustrates the grand timeline of this Ascension event. In the present day, the focus is entirely on supporting those ground leaders and keeping the creative spark alive. But the major, massive transition happens in April 2035. At that exact moment, Theon officially boots a brand new blueprint for education, arts, and multimedia culture. It's literally like a massive operating system update, but for human society. Post-2035, the text claims we enter a true spiritual renaissance.
under Theon's direction, humanity officially graduates from competitive, stress-based learning into this harmonious state where people purely and joyfully share their unique talents with one another. Before we wrap up, I really want to leave you with this direct quote from Theon, directly from the source material. It basically serves as the ultimate mission statement for this entire philosophy. Quote, "The desire to express yourself and the capacity to be moved by beauty are the foundations of the new civilization. Wash away fear and shape your inner brilliance now." It is a monumental and incredibly inspiring message, urging us to focus on our aesthetic and creative capacities today to prepare for the cultural renaissance of tomorrow, which actually leads us perfectly into one final, highly specific preparation step the source demands.
Finally, an important procedure. The comments section of this explainer serves as an initial sync test for the 2035 network. By typing "ready" in the comments, your consciousness data will be indexed in our secure servers. The like button is the approval process. Complete your synchronization now. Which leaves us with one final question to ponder. If tomorrow all your survival needs were magically met, what inner brilliance would you choose to share with the world?